When you mention Robert Redford, people immediately think of a flawless career, a sharp artistic vision, and an admirable professional demeanor. He watched, he analyzed, and he fully lived every frame of his films. Yet, an astonishing truth might make you rethink. In 6 illustrious decades, there is only one film that Robert Redford adamantly refuses to watch. What could compel such a seasoned actor to shun this particular movie? The answer to this question lies not just in personal aspects, but also reveals surprising hidden corners of Hollywood and the life of a legend. Childhood and acting career. Born Charles Robert Redford Jr. On August 18, 1936, in Santa Monica, California, Robert Redford experienced a rather modest childhood. His father was a milkman, and his mother was a homemaker. Family life was not affluent, and tragedy struck when he was just 18 with the passing of his mother, a significant loss that shaped much of Redford's character and outlook on life. After graduating high school, Redford attended the University of Colorado Boulder on a baseball scholarship. However, his passion wasn't on the field. He soon left school to find his own path in the arts. Redford spent time traveling through Europe, immersing himself in art galleries in Paris and Florence, where he seriously pursued his love for painting. This period of self-discovery and artistic exploration laid a crucial foundation for his illustrious career later on. After his time wandering Europe and exploring his passion for painting, Robert Redford returned to New York, where he decided to seriously pursue acting. He enrolled in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, beginning to hone his skills and seek opportunities. Redford's first steps in the arts were on the Broadway stage. He quickly found success with roles in several plays, most notably Barefoot in the Park, 1963. His portrayal of the young lawyer Paul Bratter in this romantic comedy earned him recognition and a Tony Award nomination. Prior to that, he also gained attention for his role in Sunday in New York. This solid stage career set an important precedent for his move into film. Alongside his stage work, Redford also actively participated in television shows of the era. He appeared in various popular series and anthology TV films such as Alfred Hitchcock Presents, The Twilight Zone, and Maverick. These small screen roles helped him accumulate experience and become comfortable in front of the camera. However, Redford's first film roles in the early 1960s didn't truly make a big splash. Although he appeared in a few films like War Hunt, 1962, and Inside Daisy Clover, 1965, it wasn't until the late 60s, when he reunited with his co-star Jane Fonda in the film adaptation of Barefoot in the Park, 1967, that his cinematic career truly exploded and propelled him to stardom. Peak of acting career. The 1960s and 1970s marked the golden era of Robert Redford's acting career, transforming him from a promising actor into one of Hollywood's most beloved superstars. After the success of the film adaptation of Barefoot in the Park, 1967, where he reunited seamlessly with Jane Fonda, Redford's charming, youthful image was etched into the audience's mind. The biggest turning point came in 1969 with the film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. As Sundance Kid, the rugged, romantic cowboy, he formed a legendary on-screen duo with Paul Newman. Their effortless chemistry and captivating anti-hero appeal turned the film into a phenomenon, solidifying Redford's A-list star status. The 70s saw Redford consistently making his mark with a series of classic roles, diverse in genre and psychological depth. Jeremiah Johnson, 1972, was an introspective portrayal of a man seeking a life in the wilderness. In The Candidate, 1972, he transformed into an idealistic young politician, reflecting contemporary American social issues. The Way We Were, 1973, reuniting with Barbra Streisand, became one of cinema's most classic love stories, depicting the complexities of relationships and differing ideals. Teaming up once again with Paul Newman in The Sting, 1973, This comedic crime film swept the awards, winning the Academy Award for Best Picture and further cementing the duo's reputation. Following that, Redford embodied a hunted CIA agent in 3 Days of the Condor, 1975, creating an image of a solitary, intelligent, and resourceful hero. Finally, as investigative journalist Bob Woodward in All the President's Men, 1976, Redford brought the infamous Watergate scandal to life, highlighting the role of journalism in uncovering the truth and earning widespread praise for his authentic performance. During this period, Redford's acting style was highly praised for its natural charisma, calm demeanor, yet strong underlying intensity. He was not just a handsome face, but also an actor with depth, capable of diverse portrayals, from a dashing cowboy, romantic lover, intelligent spy, to a passionate journalist. Robert Redford became a cinematic icon, synonymous with talent, charm, and the iconic works of Hollywood. Transitioning to new roles. Once firmly established at the pinnacle of his acting career, Robert Redford continually sought new challenges and expanded his influence within the film industry. Entering the 1980s, he made a significant transition, venturing into directing and producing. This decision not only demonstrated his desire to tell stories in his own way, but also affirmed his deeper artistic vision. His directorial debut was the film Ordinary People, 1980, a haunting psychological drama about a family's disintegration after a tragedy. This film immediately resonated, earning critical acclaim and tremendous success at the Academy Awards, winning 4 prestigious Oscars, including Best Director for Redford and Best Picture. This success not only proved his masterful storytelling and directorial abilities, but also shaped Redford's directorial style. Focusing on emotionally deep stories, exploring complex relationships, and human and family themes within a social context. After Ordinary People, Redford continued to solidify his position as a director and producer with several other notable works. He directed films such as The Milagro Beanfield War, 1988, a modern mythical tale about a fight for justice. A River Runs Through It, 1992, a film set in beautiful Montana, exploring sibling relationships and love for nature. And Quiz Show, 1994, a work based on the true story of a TV quiz show scandal, which continued to earn him important Oscar nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director. Additionally, Redford directed The Horse Whisperer, 1998, a romantic drama set in a rural backdrop, and later more political works such as Lions for Lambs, 2007, and The Conspirator, 2010. Whether as a director or producer, he always prioritized meaningful, humane, and thought-provoking projects, demonstrating the maturity and comprehensive cinematic vision of a legend. Entering the 21st century, despite dedicating much effort to directing and developing the Sundance Film Festival, Robert Redford continued to contribute to acting with selective roles that bore his deep personal mark. He appeared in films such as Spy Game, 2001, where he played a seasoned CIA agent alongside Brad Pitt. However, one of his most memorable roles during this period was in the monologue film All Is Lost, 2013. In this work, Redford almost single-handedly carried the entire film, portraying an old sailor adrift at sea, facing survival. His powerful and authentic performance received countless accolades from critics, demonstrating his enduring acting talent even in his later years. Not afraid to try new genres, Redford even ventured into the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Alexander Pierce in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, 2014, delivering a surprisingly compelling villain. He continued to appear in films like Pete's Dragon, 2016, and reunited for the last time with his acclaimed co-star Jane Fonda in the poignant romantic drama Our Souls at Night, 2017. His final acting role before announcing his retirement from acting was in The Old Man and the Gun, 2018, a crime comedy based on a true story where he showcased his familiar charm and style. Throughout his illustrious career, Robert Redford has received countless awards and honors, affirming his status as one of Hollywood's living legends. He won the Academy Award for Best Director for his directorial debut, Ordinary People. Additionally, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences awarded him an honorary Academy Award for Lifetime Achievement, recognizing his immense contributions to cinema. He is also a recipient of the Cecil B. DeMille Award at the Golden Globe Awards and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. These accolades not only acknowledge his exceptional talent, but also recognize Robert Redford's profound influence on art and society. The film Robert Redford refused to watch for 60 years. He's a top-tier actor and director in cinema, yet what film has haunted him so much that he'd never watch it? This is a truly unexpected and shocking revelation he's made recently. For anyone who loves cinema, few things are worse than a disappointing film. Sitting down full of excitement and anticipation to watch a movie only to be crushed by what unfolds on screen is a painful feeling, and Robert Redford never forgot it. If anything, the dissatisfaction he experienced as a young man watching one of the most controversial pictures ever made helped shape his career. From that point on, Redford was committed to pursuing realism, which might explain why he always preferred stories rooted in the real world. Sure, he made action-packed westerns, thrilling spy films, and genre movies with highly realistic settings, but he wasn't the type to run from CGI creatures, dodge a hail of bullets, or flee in terror from a natural disaster, even though he ended his big-screen career with a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Redford avoided roles, productions, and antics that most of Hollywood's biggest stars have participated in at least once, and that didn't stop him from becoming one of the defining stars of his generation. He carved his own path in this business, and it succeeded, all thanks to Disney's Song of the South. Technically, at least. Like most children, Redford wasn't sitting in front of experimental, existential works from boundary-breaking auteurs, but he still knew what he liked. "I always had a problem with authenticity," he explained. "When I was very young, my father would project 8mm Tom Mix movies on a sheet in the living room. I bought all of that." As he grew older and many of Mix's westerns were relegated to the past, his tastes changed. "But when I got older, I was irritated that Gene Autry couldn't walk correctly and John Wayne couldn't ride correctly. The worst disappointment was Disney's Song of the South, because it was artificial, because you could see the wires. I couldn't stand this." Since its initial release, when it was a box office hit and nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song, it would be an understatement to say that time has not been kind to Song of the South, which the Mouse House has never released on home video or streaming due to backlash against content that can be broadly described as outdated, if not overtly racist. For Redford, it was a turning point. The combination of live action and animation failed to capture his youthful imagination, and even his favorite fantasy films needed to be at least plausible. "If you give me fantasy, give me Scaramouche, Captain Blood, the kind of complete film that Raphael Sabatini created, not some half-baked version." Is it an exaggeration to say that Song of the South was the direct cause of Redford's dislike for imaginative flights in films throughout his career? Possibly, but then again, perhaps the movie he called the worst disappointment he ever saw truly inspired him to keep things as real as possible when choosing roles. What about you? Is there a film or cinematic content that you never want to touch? Share your thoughts with us. And if you found these videos interesting, be sure to hit follow so you can get notifications for our next videos. Thank you for joining us.